Coming up on the Sports Desk, West and Torrance duke it out on the pitch one last time. Find out which team comes away with the Pioneer League crown. Meanwhile, the boys at Bishop just keep on winning. See what their game plan is heading into postseason play as the #1 seed in a tough CIF Open Division. Plus, we're going to take you to the baseball diamond where Torrance Little League and Sports Authority partner up for some fun in the sun. And of course, we're going to get you caught up on scores, highlights, and updates on Torrance's prep sports scene. The Sports Desk starts right now. How's it going, Torrance? Good to see you as always. Welcome to a new week on the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Juan Hernandez. With the regular season coming to a close, both the West Warriors and Torrance Tartars girls soccer teams coming into this one with the league title on the line. All West needs is a win, while a Tartar tie or a win would give them the Pioneer League crown. West looking to sweep the season series against the Tartars, so let's get right into it. To Zamparina Stadium we go. It's senior night for the Tartars. Winner takes all in the Pioneer League race. First 10 minutes of the game, we got no score. West fights for possession. They get off the low post shot and the diving save by Isabel Rojas. It's the first scoring chance for either team. Still in the first here. Another opportunity for West. Another great effort from Rojas, but offsides was called on that one anyway. We're still sitting at 0-0. Coming back the other way now. We got a move and the shot. Ruth Soto with her first of 5 saves on the day. And again, pass out wide for an open attacker. Soto gonna run out and just snag the ball before the shot gets off. Tartar fans don't like it, but it keeps this one scoreless through regulation. In OT now, West on the attack. Emily Atkinson is wide open, one-on-one with Rojas. She makes the cross. And there it is, Sam Lehman. The Warriors mob Lehman. They are your 2015 Pioneer League champs, the only Pioneer League team to beat the Tartars. West wins in dramatic fashion, 1-0. So West takes the Pioneer League crown in their first season under head coach Jessica Murphy. That's West's second league title in a row after capturing the Bay League title last year. And for the Torrance Tartars, well, their only 2 league losses come at the hands of West High in the first round of the CIF Southern Section playoffs. The Warriors going to face off against Claremont, while the Tartars have a date with Barstow. And South, they finish off the regular season with 2 huge wins. The Spartans finish up 3rd in league behind Torrance and West, setting up a friendly evening with South Hills in their first round matchup. It's the first time since the 2011 season that South hasn't won or had a share of the Pioneer League title. Meanwhile, for the North Saxons, their struggles against South continue. The last time North beat South was during the 2006-2007 season when reporter Collin Kushner was just a baby, a sophomore in high school. And rounding out the girls, the Bishop Montgomery Knights trying to extend their win streak to 3 games, and they do. Senior Natalie D'Angelo has 2 goals. Megan Lau adds a goal as well. The Knights split the season series with the Lancers, getting revenge after that 4-0 blowout loss way back in January. Bishop finishes the regular season 3rd place in the Delray League, setting up a match against Northwood in the first round of the CIF Southern Section Division II playoffs. Now in boys prep soccer news, the West Warriors clinched the Pioneer League title just the other week. The Warriors looking to go perfect in league play, and the only thing standing in their way, well, the Torrance Tartars. West beats up Torrance in a 3-1 victory. The Warriors finish up a perfect 10-0 in the Pioneer League, and just like that, just like the girls, they capture their first ever Pioneer League crown in their first season. West hasn't lost since December, and they've gone 10-0-3 in their last 13 games. Meanwhile, the Tartars dropped their 2nd straight game. They're going to finish up 4-6 overall in league play. West will take on the winner of the Saddleback versus Sultana wildcard game in the opening round of the Division IV playoffs. And now up north, the Saxons' struggles this season continue. Their last win coming all the way back in early January. North finishes up the season 0-8-2 in Pioneer League play. while the Spartans were able to get back in the win column before CIF play. This sets up a South versus Norwalk matchup in the opening round of CIF Division 4 play. All right, everybody, that does it from the pitch. When we come back, we're going to take you to the hardwood where Stephen Thompson Jr. and the Bishop Montgomery Knights regular season dominance continues.
In your new role, we help you help. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, welcome back. The prep basketball regular season comes to a close, and just like we've talked about all season long, the Bishop Montgomery Knights just keep on winning. A 60-point blowout win over Loyola, just one example of how dominant this team has been. So the Knights, riding a 17-game win streak, look to make that 18 against rival Sarah. So to Bishop Montgomery we go. Stevie Thompson Jr., he needs 23 points to become Bishop's all-time leading scorer. Second quarter, Knights trailing 33-25. Check this out from 4-point land. Nails it. Then just moments later, he's going to pick up the loose ball. Up and in for the easy lay-in. That's going to tie the game at 33. Bishop coming back hard. They would take a 38-35 lead at the half. On to the third quarter now. Thompson going to get the rebound and take it up court himself. Coast to coast. Finishes it off within striking distance of Eric Craven's 2,113 career points, a record set all the way back in 2001. So a minute later, here it is. 2,114 points and one. He becomes Bishop's all-time leading scorer. The Knights go on to win this one 85-70. So Bishop Montgomery grabs that 18th straight victory. They finish up the regular season a perfect 8-0 in league and 26-1 overall. You can't deny just how unstoppable Bishop has been in the regular season. When you win 18 games in a row to finish off the regular season, well, most basketball teams have no idea what that's even like. With the playoffs now the focus, the Knights are looking to have a stronger start than they did in last postseason. Reporter Kiana Martin has that story for you.
Slow and steady may win the race, but in the case of Bishop Montgomery's boys basketball team, so does resilience and dominance. In the final league play game of the year against Sarah, Bishop finishes with a perfect record and captures their 4th straight league title. But the Knights' impressive regular season wasn't the only accomplishment worth celebrating. Senior guard Stephen Thompson Jr. becomes Bishop's all-time leading scorer, a record that was previously held by Eric Craven in 2001. Prior to tip-off, the future Oregon State guard was only 23 points shy of the record, finishing his regular season with a total of 2,125 points, still with playoffs ahead.
It's definitely a great accomplishment, but we just got to stay focused on going far in playoffs and winning each game one by one.
Bishop Montgomery's boys basketball team officially finishes off their regular season with 26 wins and just 1 loss. But all of that means nothing now as their focus goes on to CIF playoffs with hopes of surpassing last year's shortcomings.
In addition to winning the state championship last year, the Knights fell just short in the first round of the CIF playoffs. but the team anticipates returning to the CIF playground better than ever.
Mostly everybody on the team now was on that team last year and remember that feeling, and it wasn't a good feeling, and we're not trying to repeat that this year. Main thing is, the main thing about our season so far, we just built a lot of confidence throughout the season. That should fare us well in the playoffs.
Longtime head coach and last year's state coach of the year, Doug Mitchell, feels his team is more prepared mentally and physically this year.
We're just a more mature team. You know, it's the same group of guys. We had a really good point guard, obviously. We only had one senior. This year we got 4 key seniors. I think we're just more mature, more physically and mentally ready for this challenge ahead of us.
The Knights are #1 seeded in the CIF Southern Section Open Division and already have defeated some of the top teams in the area. Already coming out on top in one of the toughest leagues in Southern California, what's their strategy? Using their regular season success as a playoff lesson.
I tried to get a really tough schedule. For us to have that record says a lot about the team, so I'm proud of that. And I hope everything we've learned in all the games along the way will serve us in our next step.
Bishop Montgomery will return to the first round of playoffs with hopes of seeing the CIF championship for the first time since 2008. In Torrance, I'm Kiana Martin, reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thank you for that, Kiana. So the Knights take the #1 seed in the CIF Open Division, setting up 16th seeded JW North in the first round, a team that also went perfect in league and only boasts 1 loss themselves. Meanwhile, the North Saxons and South Spartans finishing off their seasons against each other. South looking to catch up with Pioneer League leader Lusinger, while the Saxons look to even out their league record. The first half was all North, with the Saxons up by 14 at the half, but South storms right back. Jordan Tang has 29 to help the Spartans down North 93-90. South can't jump Lusinger in the Pioneer League standings. The Spartans take second place, a huge improvement from last season's last place finish, while the Saxons fall in their final 2 games of the regular season. Both teams playoff bound, setting up South against Compton and North against Buena Park. Now over at West Torrance, Coach Paul Nataki coming back to his old stomping grounds for the first time this year. Nataki, the former West Warriors coach, looking to snap the Tartars' 3-game losing streak, while the Warriors, losers of 5 straight, looking to just get back in the win column themselves. West totally out of the playoff picture, but the Tartars, with a win, could squeak into it. So to the West Gymnasium we go. It's senior night at West High. 7 seniors playing in their final game in the Warriors uniforms. There's Christian Jackson and little bro Giovanni for Torrance. Both teams trying to snap those losing streaks. First quarter, Kyle Polk pulls up for 3. He gets the friendly roll. Fast forward to the second, Giovanni Jackson misses the layup, but Polk right there with the finish. The Tartars still on top early. Later in the second, Polk 4-3. Yes, Polk and the Tartars up 9 at the half. Early in the third quarter here, Christian Jackson going all the way to the rim and 1. Jackson would have 16 points on the night, and still in the third, Giovanni with the J. And the Tartars hang on to win 51-49. Let's hear what Coach Nataki has to say about coming back to his old stomping grounds.
So, Coach, you used to coach West. Talk to me about coming back here and being on the opposite side and actually beating them.
Yeah, it was really weird. Me and my assistants also. We were all here at West for a few years, 5-6 years, and now coming here, sitting on the other side was definitely a new different, man. It was a wake-up call. We're like in dream world, man. It was, but it was cool. It was our first game back. Good to get a win. It was exciting, and I'm really proud of the seniors on this team and the way these guys are playing, and then I'm just proud of the way our guys finished the season tonight.
The Tartars snap that 3-game losing skid and get into the playoffs, setting up a meeting with Hart in the opening round. Jake Huriyama has 13 points and Oscar Parada adds 10 for the Tartars. For West, Christian Jackson has 16 in the loss. West misses the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. The last time the Warriors made postseason was when Paul Nataki was their head coach. Now over to the girls. North looking for their 2nd straight win and a perfect record in Pioneer League play, while the Spartans look to get even with North from that 29-point loss back in January. This game would be just a little closer than that 56-27 massacre. North finishes off the regular season with a perfect record in league play, taking the Pioneer League crown. The Saxons fell to West in the CIF Southern Section semis last year, and they'll look to go one step further this year. North opens up round 1 of the CIF playoffs against Royal. For the South Spartans, they finish up the regular season with 2 straight losses, setting up their CIF first-round matchup against Jurupa Hills. West continues their winning ways. They just absolutely crushed Torrance 60-27. Jasmine Jones has 19 points in the win. The Warriors take 2nd place in the Pioneer League. As members of the Bay League last year, West had an incredible run. They beat El Dorado in the CIF 2A Southern Section Finals, and then they went on a tear through the SoCal State Regionals, falling in the semis to Chaminade. They will look to capture the magic of 2014, opening up against Oxnard. Meanwhile, the girls at Bishop looking for their 2nd straight win, trying to build some momentum before the playoffs. So let's just get right into it. To Bishop Montgomery we go. The Knights looking to take the season sweep over Bishop Amat. First quarter, Christine Delapino with the 3. Delapino getting warmed up. Second quarter, there she is again. Hard to the basket. Yes. Bishop up by 6 in the second. Final seconds of the half. Sophia Carroll from downtown right before the buzzer. Bishop up 29-16 at the half. Third quarter now, Chelsea Leidy untouched for the bucket. The Knights go up by 12. And later in the third, we got Leidy one more time. The Knights starting to run away here. Fourth quarter now, Bishop up by 12. Delapina from 3. Bishop win this one by 11, 63-52. Coach Reyes and co. won the Division IV AA Southern Section Championship last year and lost in the 2nd round of the state regional tourney to Southern California powerhouse Mater Dei. This will be the Knights' 2nd straight trip to the CIF playoffs under head coach Bridget Reyes. Bishop grabs a bye through the first round of the CIF Division IV AA playoffs. All right, everybody, when we come back, Sports Authority and Torrance Little League partner up for a nice day out in the sun. Find out why in just a sec.
So they say it's a man's world? Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, welcome back. Just like soccer and basketball, wrestling season is also coming to an end with the Pioneer League Finals taking place at West High. West has another fine showing with 14 of their wrestlers reaching the finals in each of the 14 weight classes. 6 of them grabbed titles. For the Torrance Tartars, 9 of their wrestlers qualify for the CIF Southern Section Championships. 5 South Spartans come away with titles. Meanwhile, the North Saxons showing they can get it done as well. 2 Saxons bringing home titles. And Lance Bello with the quickest pin of the day with a time of 29 seconds. Sports Authority, it's a company you might have heard of. They're kind of big around here. Each year, they hold their Sports Authority Field Day that features a partnership with the name in baseball. It's enshrined in Cooperstown. Reporter Collin Kushner has that story for you.
Woo! It's only February, and the weather is beautiful as usual here in the South Bay, which means just one thing. Baseball season is right around the corner. Torrance Little League and Sports Authority partnered up to bring Sports Authority Baseball Field Day to the city of Torrance for the first time ever.
We've started this program about a year ago on the East Coast, and this is our first chance to bring it to the West Coast. And we chose Torrance because we've been in the community for about 30 years, and we've had a great relationship with the Torrance Little League. So we chose to kick off the California part of it here in Torrance.
Everybody say four-seam grip.
Joining in on the fun was the staff from Cal Ripken Baseball, who gave kids ages 6 to 14 a run-through on all things baseball. Ripken only puts on about 6 clinics throughout the entire U.S., so needless to say, having them help with the Torrance Little League is a pretty big deal.
When I heard that they were running the clinic, just knowing the history of Cal Ripken and figuring, his organization probably has run very well, I was pretty excited.
We've had a great relationship with them. We're building it every year and expanding it. They're a great organization to work with. They really come out here and give some good educational tools to the kids. We're very happy to be in partnership with them.
The next thing, it's kind of funny, we can laugh.
This may just be the beginning, but the hope is that Sports Authority, Torrance Little League, and Ripken Baseball come together for years to come.
We basically have a one-year deal right now on the books, and we're hoping that they'll want to come back. I think we've put on a good event here today, and I think they'll be back next year and hopefully a couple more years after that.
Thank you for that, Collin. If you'd like more info on Torrance Little League or Cal Ripken Baseball, you can go to torrancelittleLeague.com and you can go to ripkenbaseball.com. All right, when we come back, we're going to get you caught up with everything JUCO. Stay right where you are.
Trash, cigarette butts, grass clippings, leaves, and pet waste in the gutter are all potential sources of stormwater pollution. Sweep it up, don't wash it down. RecycleTorrance.org. Whenever you change your used motor oil and filter, make sure to recycle them. It's good for the environment and it's good for you. Earn up to 40 cents per gallon by recycling your used motor oil. RecycleTorrance.org.
Welcome back. The Elko women's basketball team has been absolutely unstoppable in conference play up to this point. Could they keep that unblemished record against Cerritos College going? Well, let's pick it up in the second half here. Elko up 24-20, and they would exchange blows with Cerritos in the second half, but still comes out on top 65-64. Lady Warriors hit double digits in scoring as Elko wins their first conference title since back in 2005. Chantaline Trudeau has 10 points, and Sydney Chase has 13 in the huge win. Elko clinches a spot in the Southern California playoffs, which will begin later this month. The Warriors improved to 19-8 overall and 7-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team coming off their big win against LA Southwest. Elko looking to keep the good vibes rolling against conference rival Long Beach City. So to El Camino we go. It's coaches versus cancer at Elko. The Warriors looking to move within a game of first place Long Beach City in the conference standings. Elko getting a good start early. Emmanuel Pope swings it out, breaks for the rim. Easy alley-oop left wide open. Pope would have 10 points on the night. On the ensuing Warrior possession, Malik Wildermuth wide open at the top of the key, drains it. Elko goes up on a run, taking a 13-point lead, and then into the half up. Momentum swings in the second half, though. LBC comes storming back from a 9-point deficit with 5 minutes to go. They have the lead 62-61 with 2 minutes to go. The Warriors would miss in their comeback attempt in the final minute and fall 67-64. They fall to 3-3 in conference play, but not overshadowed by the good cause.
As a part of the 3C2A and the California Coaches Basketball Association to support this great cause. So tonight we dedicated all of our proceeds. We've had t-shirts to sell, and we also did a donor wall for folks because 14.5 million people have had cancer affect them in some way, whether that's a loved one, them personally. It's very prevalent, and so we just want to acknowledge that and support the effort.
In their next game against Cerritos College, it took 2 overtimes for Elko to barely get through this one. Malik Wildermuth has 17 points and 4 rebounds. Oh, and let's not forget about the game-winning shot. Ryan Hicks adds 17 points coming off the bench. Elko improves to 4-3 in conference play, and they're 8-15 overall. Meanwhile, Warrior Baseball sweeps a 3-game non-conference series with San Bernardino Valley College. Elko takes 2 games on the road, outscoring the Wolverines 21-3, and 1 at home, 5-3. The Warriors improved to 6-2 overall this season. Now over on the softball diamond, Elko takes their 2nd win in a row against conference opponent Pasadena City College. A 7-run 5th inning seals this one as the Lady Warriors capture their first conference win of the year, improving to 7-2 overall. And rounding out the JUCO sports scene, the El Camino men's volleyball team, still hotter than the weather we've been having right here in February. Elko takes down San Diego Community College 3-0. Peter Nordell has 10 kills in the victory. The Warriors improved to 5-0 overall, bringing out their brooms for their last 2 opponents. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we're available on Facebook. That's facebook.com/thesportsdesktv. Or if you'd like to email the show with any story ideas, it's thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. And of course, feel free to hit us up on Twitter with pics, video, or anything sports related right here in the South Bay. That's @HeyIt'sWano, @Collin Kushner, and @OfficiallyKD. Use the hashtag SportsDesk to get in touch with any of us. All right, like I said, that wraps it up. It's been a good one. See you next week.